The Sav M/43 1946 experience. The Storm Artillery Van M/43 or Heavy Artillery Carriage Model 1943 in English was a cast-made gun in production by Sweden throughout 1944 to as late as 1947. It was protected by 50mm on the front, while both the side and rear only had 50mm of armor. As for the turret, it had none as the cannon was placed into a superstructure. Speaking of superstructures, it was based around the Czech TNH light tank, or commonly known as the 38T in German service, and about 36 of these rail vehicles ever made, being in the Swedish military between 1925 to 1973. The idea of replacing the old short 75mm with a 10.5cm cannon was to give the Swedish Armed Forces a mobile assault gun tank that can support infantry, kinda like the German Stug 3G, while still having a mobile artillery role similar to the British M7 Prius. The 10.5cm cannon can fire 3 different shells, first being an APBC shell with 65mm of pen, secondly a heat shell with 240mm of pen, and lastly a HE shell with 23mm of pen. Now in real life, the Strauer M/43 1946 would see little to no combat. In the 1950s, the Strauer M/43 would be moved to an infantry brigade in Northern Sweden where it would be used as fire support vehicles, but by early 1970s, the Strauer M/43 was now heavily obsolete, being replaced by the Strauer 74s as Sweden's new assault gun tanks. In War Thunder, the Strauer M/43 1946 gets a lot of action, being placed at BR 3.0 rank 2, fighting many early to mid World War II tanks like American M24s, M3 Lees, M10 GMCs, German Panzer 38Ts, Panzer 4Ls, Stug 3Fs, and lastly some Soviet tanks like T-34s and BT-7s. Some pros of the Sav M/43 are, it can research a heat shell containing 240mm of pen. For an SPG, it can hill peak pretty efficiently, being able to go down 14 degrees and up 20 degrees. And lastly, being based around a light tank, it's very fast for an SPG. However, some cons of the Sav M/43 are, the armor, especially the side and rear plates, are very thin, being able to be penned easily. The lack of a machine gun to take out fences or other obstacles makes the heat shell somewhat hard to use. And lastly, the cannon is a howitzer, making range shots very tricky to do. Overall, the Sav M/43 1946 is a great tank and plays as a nice SPG in the Swedish tech tree. Having a great heat shell, it's able to pen anyone even at higher BRs, but it comes with a flaw, as since this tank lacks an MG to take down random obstacles, that could block your shot, lose an opportunity to get a kill, or live it in general. This being said, I would give the Sav M/43 1946 a 6.5 out of 10.